what is up? And it is me, Caleb Coho, back again for another episode of Fandom Fight here in the singles division. This is a big match here in our main event. It's a big qualifier for the shaping the landscape of the rest of the singles season. And here to call this match and break it down with me is Robert Parker. How you doing, buddy?
I am doing great. This is the first time I've been in a hosting chair in Fandom in quite some time. I'm extremely happy to be back. Robert the Hobbit Parker, I got the merch at Kane. Thank you, man. But yeah, no, I'm really excited to see this. We got two 1-0 competitors, both really impressed in their debuts. So I'm excited to see how they do in their second match in this league.
Absolutely. And this is going to be of some interest to Robert, as whoever wins this goes into a qualifier to get a number one contenders match to potentially play Robert or Alex, whoever wins next week at Mayhem at the Multiplex. So this is a big deal. Primetime Paul Oyama and the Grand Admiral Kees Cornelisse back in the Fandom Fight singles ring. It's going to be a battle of titans here, minus the actual titan. But it's going to be a great match. And what else can we say? So let's hear it from our competitors right now in promos.
Well, I am back in the singles division of Fandom against a very interesting opponent, I would say. Primetime Paul Oyama. He's been on my radar for a bit, as you would understand, because of course I'm the host of Worldwide Movie Trivia, where he is our team champ. Now the thing about Paul is I know that he knows his stuff in movie trivia. Of course, I respect him as a competitor. I'm not going to take this anything lightly. However, what I've noticed about his matches, not just his team or singles matches in Worldwide Movie Trivia, but also I've seen some stuff in Fandom, is that while he does really well in round one, where you have to have the general knowledge, he struggles a little bit in round two with the deeper cuts when it goes into a specific category. And the thing is, I think that there I have a little bit of an advantage. The last couple of weeks I've been rewatching, studying up on a lot of categories, actually. A lot of movies that I honestly don't really want to watch, but I have to watch because they're a thing in this league. And, well, I think that I just don't really have any weakness categories, like you can say strength and weakness, but like in my case, it's more of I'm in categories that I can be deadly at, and I'm categories that I'm good at. And it doesn't really matter what comes up in round two, I will still do well. I think that's why I think I have the advantage. I know that Paul's a very good competitor. He will definitely give me a good fight. I respect him for that. And of course, you have to respect your opponent. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. But I do have a good feeling about my ability in this match, that I have the ability in the end to pull this off. What I'm more worried about, though, is if this match actually gets edited, because like if I were to be in charge, I think lately the multiplex guys have been slacking, and I think that there should be a little bit of a change, but we'll see how it turns out. Anyway, right now I just have to focus on beating Paul. Let's just get into that.
Oh, sorry, is he done with that Shakespearean long-ass monologue? Look, I'm not here for all that bullshit. I came in here against a good opponent in Kees, and I feel like, I have to prepare. So I spent a lot of time studying. My study methods have changed. I decided to make an 8-minute long live video talking about how I'm better than my opponent. Oh, sorry, that wasn't me. No, so I decided to go on a whole tirade on every single post saying how I played along and scored. Oh, I guess that's not me either. Yeah, I got championship matches to prepare for. If I win this, that's cool. But if I don't, no skin off my back. This is his baby. If he loses, it's just kind of embarrassing, especially the way he's talking himself up right now. So, I'm here to play, and I'm going to do my best, Obviously, I'm not a shitty player by any means, but, I'm not expecting to be a champion anytime soon in this league, and I'm just going to do my thing and have fun.
And we had some solid smack talk there, Kees, mentioning our editing is bad. Well, I mean, okay then. And Paul just shooting down that long monologue, as he called it. So I think both these guys are ready to play. What do you think, Robert?
Yeah, it seems like it. Neither guy is really here to mess around or really here to play games. I mean, obviously they're here to play a game, but not to play games with each other. They're here to play our game.
Well, then let's see if they're ready to play the game with our proper introductions. Introducing first, representing Nuclear Option, and entering with a record of 1 win and 0 defeats, he is the Grand Admiral Kees Cornelisse. and his opponent. Also entering with a record of 1 win and 0 defeats, representing the Silver Shamrocks, is Primetime Paul Oyama.
Those blocks, baby.
All right, gentlemen, round 1 is going to work like this. You both played before in teams and in singles. You're going to get 10 questions from 10 predetermined categories, each worth 1 point apiece. At the end of the round, if you have 10 points, you're going to get a bonus question because you have a perfect first round, and we'll be making history as the first person to get a perfect first round. All righty, any questions? You have 3 repeats for the entirety of the match and a challenge rule.
All right.
Alrighty. All right, well, I will be issuing to you your first question, which comes in the realm of Star Wars. How many movies has Ewan McGregor played Obi-Wan Kenobi in? Bit of a...
So how about that Obi-Wan spin-off movie?
I hope it happens. I hope it happens.
Case has opinions.
Well,
Is this physically or does voice appearances count?
Physically or also a voice cameo.
Total Obi-Wan Kenobi, how many movies has he played the character in?
Okay. I feel like I might have to challenge this, but
Yeah, I will definitely challenge it if a certain thing comes up. We'll see.
5,
Already threatening the rules.
3,
he already took the editing, so why not?
1. Pens down. We're going to keep the shots coming. All right, we're going to start with Case.
Well, it's the prequels, and he makes a voice cameo in The Force Awakens, so it's 4.
That is correct. Paul.
Ooh, I thought he made a voice cameo in Last Jedi. I fucked up. I said 5.
It's only 4. It's episode 7 and the original 3, so Case getting a point on that one.
Wow,
That
Case
was
got a
an
Star
easy
Wars
Star Wars
question. Shock.
too.
Shocker.
All right, your second question this time comes in the category of kaiju. What is the name of the Broadway show Denham makes after his trip to the island in 1933's King Kong?
Kaiju, one of our most feared categories, but one of our players here today has proven it's one of his favorites.
Except for the Godzilla movies, which like some are like hazy if they're included or not. I'm not really sure why it's that feared of a category. Like, watch a couple Kongs, watch some Pacific Rim and some Cloverfield, you'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe watch a few of the extra ones in there. You'll never know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. This time we'll start with Paul.
I wasn't sure. I just said Big Ape. No idea.
That is incorrect. We'll go to Case.
Pure guess. Hamlet.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for King Kong, the 8th wonder of the world. All right,
concise name.
I know, right? Great title. He definitely was great at clickbait in the 1930s. Your third category comes in the realm of Disney. What Disney animated film will you find the character of Archimedes? Disney animated questions.
A much bigger category Disney than most people assume. Most people just think, oh, I know Renaissance era Disney movies. I've seen The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast a lot, but you know, this is a much larger category than some people anticipate.
Some people come in expecting Lion King, and some people get hit with that Sky High. What was that?
I'm happy that I just rewatched this.
This is actually, I think, the biggest category in fandom.
I believe it is, actually. If you count it, break it down, Disney is 5.
Back to the Future, a close second. Huge category.
2.
Or Indiana Jones.
1.
That's more.
Pens down. We're going to start with Case on this one.
It's the Sword in the Stone.
That
Sword
would
in the
also
Stone.
be correct. We'll go to Paul.
King Arthur Legend of the... Oh, sorry. Sword in the Stone.
That is correct.
It's a version of the Arthur Legend.
All right, your next question, your fourth one, in the category of Worlds of DC. In Man of Steel, what is Clark watching on the TV right before Zod contacts Earth and interrupts all broadcasts worldwide?
I've been watching a lot of Netflix, and I don't think that's TV. You know, The Good Place. It's a quite good show.
And this time on Kill Coho Reviews, we talk about The Good Place.
The Good Place, actually nominated for Best Picture at the Co-Oscars in season 3.
Co-Oscars?
Five.
Did you just say that?
4.
Oh my
Yeah,
You don't want to hear
Three.
about this, Robert. You do
2,
not want to hear about this.
1, hands down. We're going to start with Paul.
Anderson Cooper?
That's incorrect. We'll go to Case.
I think it's a football game.
It is a football.
That's correct. K-State
Sorry,
is
what
3-1 lead.
kind of football?
Football game of the Kansas City Royals, as I
Well,
believe.
it's technically a college football game, but the answer we have here is just a football game.
That's American football? Incorrect.
You did not have to specify.
All right, your 5th category here is the MCU. Zach Penn wrote 2 Phase 1 MCU films. What were they?
Writer questions sometimes hard for some people, as just watching the film a bunch will not help you understand them unless you really pay attention to those credits.
Some people are obsessed with the credits.
I wonder
And
who
most
that could
people
be.
just forget about them. And some people leave unless there's a scene in them.
And that goes to
MCU.
Marker.
In fact, MCU never had a post-credit scene. Never
No,
had a
actually.
You're right. You're right.
Really interesting.
I have one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Case.
I don't know. I said Thor and the First Avenger.
It's incorrect. Go over to Paul.
I hope I don't get a screen every question wrong. I think Avengers and the Incredible Hulk.
That is
That is
correct for a
correct.
point.
All tightening up at that gap. Case now up 3-2. As we go into our next question, this time, in a personal favorite of mine, the category Middle Earth. Before running into the army of Mordor at the Black Gate, what does Aragorn turn and say to the others? You
Just
recently
finished,
watched these films.
Just finished the trilogy. It just finished Lord of the Rings, finally. They're good. Definitely deserve their Oscar wins.
Oh, they're good.
That question, please.
Is that a repeat Case?
Yes.
All right,
All right,
you
that'll be the
repeat.
first repeat for Case.
Before running into the army of Mordor at the Black Gate, what does Aragorn turn and say to the others?
Gotcha.
I
Jesus,
think I'm.
why did that take me so long?
I didn't think I stammered, but might have.
I
Did I stutter? I just watched Breakfast Club again recently, too. So.
This is literally one of the best moments in this trilogy. Then again, this is the best movie, so.
I feel like this could be super off, but I feel I have to have a guess, so why not?
See, I
Give you a
still think
hint.
Two
I'll
Towers
give you a
is my
hint,
favorite.
Paul. It's not the co-Oscars.
Ooh, not the nominees. Who gave out all the nominees?
1. Pens down. We're going to start with Paul.
Is it This Day We Fight?
Ooh, good guess, but incorrect.
We're going to go to Case.
I believe that is the thing that he says just before he says, for Frodo.
That is correct.
The This Day We Fight is his speech before.
That's how he ends the speech, and then the next thing he says is for Frodo.
It's not the next thing. It's about 10 minutes later, but yeah, you're right. It's not the same scene.
Robert
Hey,
with that.
No, but they cut back to Mount Doom.
I had the right part of the movie. That's all I
You
care
did.
about.
You did. You
Shit.
had the right. You had the general correct part of that.
All right. Your 7th question comes in the category of DC. What year saw the release of V for Vendetta?
Oh my god.
I hope you didn't go with the IMDb date for this one.
Robert knows my reason for writing this question recently.
Because if you did, then I'm going to challenge it.
Yes, Case. We understand how questions work.
Good.
Ooh, Robert taking a shot back. Robert's the sassiest person we've had at this
Is
desk.
this
could
the
be in a long
US
time.
release? Is this the US release date?
U.S. theatrical release.
That's
The
what we always
wide
say. The
US
wide U.S.
theatrical
theatrical release. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Or that's
1. Pens down. Case, what do you got?
Because it had a limited release in 2005, but it was officially released in March of 2006.
That is correct,
Correct.
Paul.
That limited release was December 11th, but yeah, it's 2006.
That
Do you
is
know what day in March? What day, Case? March
I don't
30th.
know the day. It was somewhere in March, like 17th? I don't know.
30 seconds.
You got it on. It's 17th, I think.
30 seconds.
Oh, how about
All
that?
right, your next question. This time in the category of Star Trek.
Mm.
In Star Trek Beyond, what is the name of the planet in the beginning of the film that Kirk is negotiating a treaty between two species?
The small ones. This is funny.
This is
I wrote this question.
Very comedic
I'd like
opening to a fun film.
I think Star Trek Beyond. I think Star Trek Beyond is a
Repeat that. Repeat that.
All
That's
right.
Paul's first repeat.
Your repeat is, in Star Trek Beyond, what is the name of the planet in the beginning of the film Kirk is negotiating a treaty between two species?
This is a deep cut though. This is like 71, so it's
It
twice.
definitely a harder one. I am a Trekkie.
Yeah.
I didn't pull this.
We're
into
not
the
asking
movie.
who plays Picard.
I see what you did there.
I know William Shatner. Don't try to trick me.
Oh, I thought it was Zach Winnow.
2, 1. This is my favorite banter already. Pens down. We're gonna start with Paul.
This could be wrong and also spelled wrong. I said Altamide.
That is incorrect. We'll go to Case.
It's Tinax.
That is correct.
Oh, the stupid little.
Big point.
With the little boys, as I call them.
Your penultimate and 9th question here in the first round comes from the world of Fast and Furious. What does DK stand for in the Fast and the Furious
God.
Tokyo Drift?
Oh
Nice.
my God.
Both competitors
Got
furious, furious at the ease of the question.
Tim, I told
Donkey
you,
Kong.
stop hijacking my Fast and Furious category.
Fun
Stop it.
fact: Fast and Furious is not a weakness of Cases. Found that out a very not fun one.
Yeah, you did.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. We'll start with Case on this one.
Drift King.
That would be correct. We'll go over to Paul.
I've actually met Brian T. Drift King.
That's awesome and correct. Robert, what's their final question?
Your final question, your 10th question, in the category of Marvel.
No problem.
What evil organization does Elektra fight in Elektra? Case currently at the lead with 7 to Paul's 4. Still a close game with this last question upcoming. Elektra, I'm avoiding talking about because it's the worst Marvel movie. Don't at me.
Ever heard of this movie called Captain America: Civil War?
I haven't gotten the chance to see it yet, but I've heard good
Big
things.
fan of the 1990 Captain America. I get it. You don't want it ruined.
Not widely
You
released in
don't
the
want
US.
it ruined.
Fun fact, Avengers Infinity War, hot garbage. 5, 4,
Never seen it.
2, 1. Pens down. Paul, what is your answer?
Just kidding. The Hand.
That
Yes.
is correct. Case.
Well, I definitely didn't have that, but I definitely said, fuck this movie for existing.
That is correct in my heart of
Correct
hearts.
statement. Correct statement, incorrect answer. Sorry to
That
say.
is a big point for Paul. That's at the end of the round. It is 7-5 in favor of Case. But anything can happen as we get into round number 2, which is our wheel round, which works like this. You're each going to get a chance to spin the lovely wheel brought to us by wheeliside.com. If you like the category you land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece from said category. You can go to multiple choice, but it devalues the point down to being worth 1. If you don't like what you land on the first time, you can't spin again, but you're stuck with whatever you land on that second time. You cannot spin off of opponent's choice. Do not be that guy. Any questions?
You can spin off of spinner's choice. if
Can you
like.
pick opponent's choice with spinner's choice?
Yes.
Yes, if you really want to. All right. Case, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to Paul?
I'll let Paul go first.
All right.
No, you don't have to. That's fine.
A bold strategy.
That's a bold strategy, Robert. Let's see if it plays off. Paul, your
I
spin
love
is
that
in.
reference. Thank you.
Plays off. Come on,
Pays
man.
off. God, I messed up. Middle Earth is what you land.
Ooh.
Spin again, Paul.
You know, it's my favorite category, but I'm going to spin again just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it.
All right, Paul is spinning
Just for the
again.
fun of it.
And he's
I
going to
prefer
get...
regular.
He's getting
Middle
Middle
Earth.
Earth. He's stuck with Middle Earth anyway.
You want me
Robert,
to read the question?
Robert, you want to give him his questions on this?
Yeah, I will give Paul your 5 questions in the franchise you love so much.
Big fan.
All right, your first question, Paul. Keep in mind there is multiple choice. What Oscar-winning director co-wrote the screenplay for all 3 Hobbit films?
Ooh. I almost want to say this is a trick question, but I'm sure it's not. I'll just go multiple choice. Case is going to get a steal anyway if I miss, so it's true.
Your multiple choice options are A. Guillermo del Toro, B. Alejandro Iñárritu, C. Ang Lee, or D. Stephen Daldry.
I'll just say Del Toro.
Correct for 1 point.
I should have just said that.
All right, Paul, your second question in Middle-earth. Who plays Eowyn in The Return of the King?
Two Towers.
I should definitely know this. I'm gonna take it to multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Liv Tyler, B, Robin Malcolm, C, Olivia Tennant, or D, Miranda Otto.
Do I get the choices just real quick one more time? I'm gonna answer right when you say it.
Absolutely. Your choices are A, Liv Tyler, B, Robin Malcolm, C, Olivia Tennant, D, Miranda Otto.
I was gonna say Olivia Tennant.
That is incorrect. Chance for 1 point steal from Kees.
Miranda Otto.
That is correct for a 1 point steal.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Paul, your next question in Middle-earth. What is the name of the orc species who are considered to be the strongest of the orcs and fought at the Battle of Helm's Deep?
Oh, wow. I just wish these names would just stick in my head. No, they don't. Yeah, I'll go multiple again.
All right, Paul, your multiple choice options are A, Uruks, B, Morgul, C, Gundabad, or D, Moranon.
What did you just call me?
I called you a Moranon.
Wait. Go through those again.
Your options are A, Uruk, B, Morgul, C, Gundabad, D, Moranon.
I'll go with Gundabad.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal from Kees.
Now perfected my fighting Uruk-hai.
That is correct. That is correct for 1 point.
Kees is starting to run away with it here.
Your second to last question, Paul, in the category of Middle-earth. Which Middle-earth film was nominated for the most Oscars?
Fellowship of the Ring.
That is correct. A big 2 points. Your final question, Paul, in the category of Middle-earth. In The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, which dwarf arrived at Bilbo's home last?
Ooh. Do I want to risk it? I'll go multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choices options are A, Dwalin, B, Killy, C, Beaufort, or D, Thorin.
I'm gonna say Killy.
That is incorrect.
Thorin Oakenshield.
That's correct for a 1 point
Oh,
steal.
really?
10-8 at the end of Paul's turn. And now it is Case's chance to spin the wheel, and I will be bringing this up right here, right now. And your spin is
Kaiju's pretty fun.
And it is James Bond. Would you like to keep it or spin again, Case?
I'll take it.
All right. I'm going to be giving to you your category of James Bond.
The answer is Danny Boyle. Danny Boyle.
Your first question here in round number 2. What is the name of the villain played by Dave Bautista in Spectre?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Jaws, B, Hanks, C, Blofeld, or D, Fist.
B.
B is correct for 1 point.
God damn it.
Your second question. What gold reserve is Goldfinger trying to contaminate in Goldfinger?
Fort Knox.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. What is the name of the Bond girl played by Jill St. John in Diamonds Are Forever?
Oh.
Let me give you 5.
Multiple choice, please.
All right, multiple choice options are A, Pussy Galore, B, Honey Rider, C, Solitaire, or D, Tiffany Case.
Tiffany Case.
What are those
correct for
multiple
1
choice
point.
options? Jesus Christ.
All right, your fourth question. What James Bond film centers around 007 going on a mission to protect Silicon Valley?
A View to a Kill.
2 more points. And your final question. What year saw the release of Quantum of Solace?
2008.
That is correct for 2 more points.
Isn't that a knockout?
Nope, it is 10 points.
No,
So
10
it's
points.
still
It is exactly 10 points.
It's exactly a 10-point lead, which means we're going to round number 3. Cases up 18-8 over Paul, going into round number 3. And round number 3 works like this. This is our betting round. We're going to give you the category, and you can Round number 3 is going to work like this. This is our betting round. You're each going to hear the category and tell us whether you'd like to bet 0 to 2 points. If you get the question right, you get the points. Get it wrong, you lose the points. You both have 2 repeats left in this match. Your challenges are intact. We go until someone is mathematically eliminated or the score reaches 0, which is the Jim and Nico rule. Any questions?
Hearing none.
If we do not reach the final question, it is a TKO. And your first category, gentlemen, in round number 3 is the MCU. How many points would you like to bet on the MCU? MCU, one of the most hated categories in any fandom entertainment league ever.
Crickets fall over the crowd.
I think we both have our bet.
4,
Yeah.
3, 2, and 1. Case, how many points are you betting?
Nothing.
All right,
Because
Paul.
strategy.
2.
All right, Paul's betting 2. Case betting nothing. Case, we do want you to play along for stats purposes.
I know.
Your question in round number 3 in the MCU. Who was the first MCU director to also have sole writing credit on their film?
MCU has some movies in it, so I've heard. I don't really know much about it.
They have a few. They just have a few. They also have a couple of directors.
I don't know. I know everything I know about movies from Paul.
This is true. This is true.
Give them a few seconds to think about it. You go 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat it.
That is the second repeat from Paul. And your question in the MCU. Who was the first MCU director to also have sole writing credit on their film?
Soul writing credit.
Soul, as in the sole of your shoe, or the soul that I do not have? Because
The
this
Soul Stone.
5, 4,
My God.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Case. Since he didn't bet any points, what'd you have?
I think John Favreau.
You would have lost points. We'll go over to Paul.
Joss Whedon.
It is Joss Whedon. That is a big 2
Big 2
points for
points for
Paul.
Paul.
All right, Robert, you want to give him their next question or their next category?
Absolutely. Your next category, gentlemen, is in the category of Star Wars. Please write down your bets. Once you have your bets, just hold your board up. Don't think we really need to do a countdown for bets.
Yep. Nope.
No.
All right, Paul, what do you got?
2.
All right, and Case.
Of course, I'm betting 2.
Ooh, this is
right.
This
If
could
you
be a
write
risky
question
move.
that I know in Case doesn't, you get a gold medal.
All right, your category or your question in the category of Star Wars. What was the name of the Jedi Master who ordered the clone army?
It's one of the most revered.
Does spelling count?
We'll be lenient. We'll be lenient.
Pronunciation is what matters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pronunciation's what matters. That's the rule of thumb. Middle Earth, the category that is the most easiest to pronounce anything in.
I mean, only for scrubs is it hard. Get
I
good.
mean, pretty good with pronunciation.
You just say
Usually.
get good to me? 5,
Yeah, I did.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna start with Paul.
I don't know if this is right. Is this Sifo Diaz? Diaz?
Case?
Sifo Diaz?
It's not the correct pronunciation because it's Sifo DS.
It is Sifo-Dyas.
So,
Pronunciation is Sifo. Not
Pronunciation is he did spell it correct. If we're being
No, he did not.
No, he
There's a
didn't.
Y instead of the I.
Sifo. No, it's
Oh,
a,
right,
it's
you're right,
a Y.
you're right. But he also said it wrong, so we're gonna have to say incorrect.
really? Wow. Yikes.
So
That's interesting.
or would,
I'm going to challenge. I'm going to challenge.
Robert, would
challenge.
you can challenge it, Paul. We'll give you
I'll challenge.
So after
There's
the
just
challenge,
one.
we are going to award Paul his points, and he does have his challenge. It is now 20-12, going into the third category. Your third category is Kaiju. How many points would you like to bet on Kaiju?
I'm betting 2.
All right,
Betting
and
2.
Case?
Absolutely nothing.
All right, your question in Kaiju. In 2014's Godzilla, we meet 2 MUTOs. What does MUTO stand for? Case playing the long game and betting 0. That was a risky move betting 2 in the last question.
It was, but also it was Star Wars. Can you be surprised?
You're right. You're very right.
Even if it makes more sense strategy.
Can I get a little bit of extra time on this?
Yeah, we'll give a few seconds on this one. Case didn't bet anything, so he's playing for stats.
In my opinion, as far as strategy, I just want to get as many points as possible. Even if I know that I'm going to win by betting 0 every time, that's just not how I personally play the game. But a lot of other people do play it differently, as we've seen.
Called
You're not like a champion or anything, though, so you know.
No, exactly. Well, I mean, not yet. I play soon.
Next week, actually, at Mayhem at the Multiplex, check out Robert Parker versus Alex Warden 2
Look
for the
at that
Alex.
Fight belt.
What a plug.
Good plug. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Case, you did you get anything for
I
stats?
bet nothing, and I wrote nothing.
All right. And Paul.
I have massive unidentified terrestrial organism.
2 more points for Paul.
Your next question is in the category of Fast and Furious. Please write down your bets.
I'm betting 2.
Paul's betting 2.
Paul's
And
betting 2.
I'll bet 1.
Case is betting 1.
Case
Your
betting
question.
1 is a big thing.
Your question. What make and model car does Dom drive in the beginning of Fast and Furious? This is why I don't like Fast and Furious questions, because half of them are makes and models of cars that I can never remember.
And I can.
You're also a Formula One guy.
No cars.
That has nothing to do with make a model in Fast and Furious, really.
Well, it means you have a passion for cars.
I do.
Not the
Count
film
down.
with Caleb Coho.
5, 4,
Repeat.
3.
Repeat.
That is
Repeat.
Paul Oyama's final repeat.
All right.
You wanna give it?
Yep, your question. What make and model car does Dom drive in the beginning of Fast and Furious?
I hope this is the right one.
Very deep cut, by the way.
You don't need the year or anything, right?
Nope, don't need the year.
Okay.
Just the make and the
Okay.
model of the car.
No fucking idea. Let's see.
This could be potentially huge. There we go. 5, 4, 3,
I mean, Case probably has it, so it doesn't really matter.
1. That is down. Case.
It's a Mazda RX-7.
That is
actually
incorrect.
Incorrect. We're
Okay.
going to go over to Paul.
I think it's a green Ford Gran Torino Sport.
That is
Also incorrect.
You're looking for a Buick GNX. And your winner, by way of technical knockout, the Grand Admiral, Kees Cornelisse. This was tight. This was tight. Paul made that a game all the way down to the end there. What do you think, Robert?
Yeah, for sure. This definitely, I think the score in 1912 is nothing to really hold your head about for Paul or Case. The fact that it came down to the second last question is still really impressive on both their ends. Paul obviously not really getting a category he was incredibly comfortable with in round 2, and Case did get that category he was comfortable with. Even after round 1, though, the gap wasn't too big. So I think both these players are relatively even matched, and the wheel just became a factor in this one.
Absolutely. This was 2 really strong competitors going head to head, and this does update the title picture a little bit. Robert, you wanna interview these two?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. We'll start with our winner.
You
Sure.
should start the winner.
All right, we're going to start with our winner today, Kees Cornelisse of the Grand Admiral, putting up a score of 19 points. You are now 2-0. How are you feeling after this one?
Well, this was actually kind of what I expected. I thought that, I knew Paul would give up a bit of a fight. He did in round 1, and then in round 2, as I said, Paul doesn't really do round 2 usually that well because he got Middle Earth, which is my strength and not a good category for him, and I got James Bond, which is a good category for me. And then round 3 was all down to strategy in my part, and I think I played that fairly well. I mean, I didn't bet 0 on every question. I bet some points on a couple, but like with MCU, I know there can be questions that I can miss, and with Kaiju, definitely. So no strategy on my part, and it still got me the TKO at the end. While I think Paul probably would have done better in a different category in round 2, and it would have been a much closer game if that wheel had been different. But it was on my side today. Yeah, I'm very happy because now I've beaten him twice, and that's for a guy who, up until I beat him the first time, hadn't lost a single game in anything trivia. So that's something that I can take with me. I'm actually really happy with this win, and I'm looking forward to whoever I face next because I think that it doesn't really matter. All I want, because Robert, I know you're facing Alex. At one point, I'm gonna face you, Robert, and I'm gonna beat you.
The first part true, the second false. But either way, congratulations. You did play a very good game today, both in round 1 and round 2. I was very impressed.
I do want to slide in before this interview is done and tell Kees who he's facing. You are now at 2-0, means you are now going to be playing in a qualifying match for a number 1 contenders triple threat. In that qualifying match, you have an option between 2 opponents, which is the outcome of another match that's going to happen. You're either going to be playing the Maestro Jake Marangoni, who is one half of the Usual Suspects that we just saw play last week, or the man who is challenged for almost every league or every division number 1 contender match, the showman Eli McKay. So of the 2, who would you rather play?
I've actually seen both of these players in action, and I know that both definitely know their stuff when it comes to fandom and geek. So I would be interested in playing both. However, the thing is, I've never faced Eli, and it doesn't really look like I'm going to face him anytime soon besides this. And it does look like I'm going to face Jake in Teams in Worldwide Movie Trivia. So I think that I would want to face Jake in regular movie trivia and then Eli in fandom. But I think that both Eli and Jake can win that. However, in the end, doesn't matter. I'm going to win it anyway.
All right, back to you, Robert.
All right, strong words there from Kees. Now we'll go over to hear from Paul. Paul, you still put up a good game. You just got a little bit unlucky in that second round there. So how are you feeling? 1-1, still 500 competitor. What are your thoughts right now?
I first just want to take issue with this whole I'm not good at round 2 thing. That's like one match in my team league, and then this match. I mean, you can say what you want. Middle Earth is literally the only category on there that I was like scared about at all. I think I would have done just fine in either category. And obviously, we can play the what if game until we're blue in the face, and the result happened as it did. The wheel in multiplex has generally been very kind to me, so this was definitely my comeuppance in that regard. But I mean, yeah, I think I played okay. I left some points on the board there in round 1. Just overthought the Ewan McGregor question, and there's a couple others that I probably should have gotten. I probably should have got Del Toro without multiple choice. But I mean, that's how the cookie crumbles. Again, Kees, this is kind of his arena. No pun intended. But no, and then yeah, he's beat me twice. He can call me up if he ever wants to play me in movies, and then change that 2-0 record against me. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited. It's fun. It's fun to play in here. It's not my usual thing. I've not been putting a ton of time into studying for this. I've got 3 title matches in like the next 2 weeks, so that's definitely something that I'm putting a lot more energy into. At the end of the day, I'm still a champion. So I'll add.
Absolutely, and it's always good to see you in the fandom ring, even though you said it yourself, it's not always your forte. It's still good to see you hop into the ring and give it your shot. And we'll go back to Caleb and I.
All right. As we heard, Kees, expecting the outcome and is prepared for his qualifier. Paul taking issue with Kees's comments about round 2. I don't think this is the last we'll see of Paul, especially. I know for a fact he's in the team's second chance bracket. He's going to be playing the Killer Nerd Squad in the second chance bracket in the team tournament. So he's not done. He's not done in fandom this season. And he it may be in singles, but for the season. But I'm sure we'll see him back. What do you think, Robert?
Yeah, I would really like to see Paul back. Like I said, it's always fun to see him pop up in Fandom because either way, we know he's going to put on a good show and give a good performance no matter what league he's playing in. So it's always good to see him. And of course, Kees can talk all he wants. We'll see what actually happens once I defend my belt against him, if he actually gets that far.
And I see you're already expecting to beat Alex next week.
I've TKO'd him. I've already TKO'd him once. I'll do it again.
Strong words, but the stats back it up. All right, so that has been Fandom Fight Singles. I'm going to take us into the plug, starting with our winner, Kees. Cornelisse, where can they find you?
Oh, me. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
I
I didn't fully hear you because you cut out. Anyway, you can find me hosting Worldwide Movie Trivia, where, yes, it has been mentioned, Paul is playing very soon in 2 title matches, both our singles and team league. He's defending the belt in one, and he's going for the belt in the other. So you can find me hosting and running Worldwide Movie Trivia over on the Worldwide Movie Games Network, and you can find me on Twitter at Dutch Movie Guy. That's about it.
All right, our unfortunate loser, Paul Oyama, where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook and Letterboxd at Paul Oyama. You can find me in a 1-second clip of the Schmoedown Live that they posted on YouTube. You can also find me, again, defending my team title with my teammate Michael Campbell and playing Jeremy Adams in the singles belt, and then also playing a certain guy here on the panel at Mayhem at the Multiplex. So that'll be interesting. I don't know if Robert will be so confident and or likely to win in that league. Who knows? But yeah, just catch me over there wherever there's trivia and movies to talk about online. Just hit me up, whatever. Yeet.
All right, and my co-host, Robert, where can I find you?
You can find me personally on Twitter and Letterboxd at RBRTPRKR98. That's my first and last name, no vowels plus a year. And Paul's just giving me shit, but that's okay. Other than that, you can find me doing hosting and admin duties at Take 3 Productions, including hosting the new Back Better Than Ever Take 3 watch-alongs. Those are happening every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, where Cody Newberry, Linus Babcock, and myself pick a movie to watch along and commentate on live with an audience. So make sure you check those out on Wednesday evenings.
All right, and you can find me at Twitter and Instagram, on Twitter and Instagram at Caleb Coho. That is KALEBKOHO. You can find me on YouTube, Caleb Coho, where I do music, Coho Productions, where I do film editing stuff sometimes. And on both channels, my movie Chick Part 2 is out now to watch for your free enjoyment and leisure. What's not free is my album Shoot for Teams with my group The Forks, which you can find on iTunes and Spotify and all other digital sources streamers. If you are so inclined to check it out, I would be much obliged. And you can find me right here on Multiplex Entertainment hosting Fandom Fight every Friday, Nerdgasm every Saturday, Multiplex Fantasy Football every Wednesday with Tim Smith, and a new show on Thursdays that we're not quite ready to announce, but me and Jake Marangoni have something very special coming out on Thursdays right here on Multiplex to check out very soon. So keep.
I did forget one plug. One plug, by the way. I'm starting my campaign now. I'm trying to be the host of the 2019 co-hosters. So if you guys could just vote for me, get the word out on social media, I'd really love to host a prestigious award show just like such as this.
I'm actually going to hold you to that. All right. So with for everyone here, this has been Multiplex Fandom Fights. That has been Kees. That has been Paul. That has been Robert. I have been Caleb, and this has been Multiplex Fandom Fight Singles Division. We will see you all next week.